Okay, so let's talk. I decided to come outside and get some fresh air because I have dealt with a situation having to do with multiple offers on a house. Um, I'm not a fan. They're just not my thing. I know that everybody thinks, oh, they're the best thing in the world for sellers. Well, they're really not. So we're going to go behind the scenes into my head. It's a Dear Diary moment for Diary of a Realtor. We had a lot of offers. Sorry, the wind is blowing on one of our listings, 12 to be exact. Um, and you'd think, yay for the seller. Well, not so much because it really puts me as the listing agent in a spot where you are towing an ethical line, an honesty line, because 9 out of 10 of the agents are saying, well, how can my offer be better? Well, how does it compare to everyone else's? What do you think? Should I do more? Can I do more? What's the seller looking for? And while I can give facts and information, I can't toe a line. I mean, I can't cross a line of telling people what they should offer. I just can't do that. And multiple offers really puts you in a spot where sometimes that can happen. And so you have to be very careful. So what I did was I didn't look at any of them. We got offers for 3 days and I didn't look at any of them until after the deadline that we had given all of the agents. And then I opened it. And that way, when somebody would call or text and say, well, what can I do to make my offer stronger? I can honestly say, I don't know. And that way I'm fair to every agent that I've got and that I'm working with. I don't want to make it an unfair process. Buyers, you know why multiple offers are no fun. If you're a seller or you can't really figure out from the seller perspective how that could be an issue, I'm going to give you an example. So we were in the first day of offers, accepting offers, and I get a call from an agent and she says, my buyer is making an offer of cash over asking, no inspections. He wants it responded to by 5 o'clock tonight. I said, well, we're accepting offers for 2 more days. She goes, well, it's $20,000 over asking price. Well, now I got a conundrum because I work for my seller, right? I have an obligation to present this to him. And that's ultimately what I did. I did not open the offer. I called him and I said, look, this is what this agent has told me. I have it in my email. I haven't looked at it. Do you want to stay true to your word of the deadline that we've already told everyone? Or do you want to look at this offer? And he said, no, I don't want to look at the offer. I don't want you to look at the offer. You tell them if they want the offer to still be valid when the deadline hits, then to let you know. And we'll look at it when we look at everyone else's. So yes, there are ethical dilemmas for sellers too. And that is why I am not a fan of multiple offers. On the surface for a seller, it's like, ooh, I'm going to get a lot of money. And on the surface for buyers, it's, ugh, what am I going to do competing against all of these offers? But the truth is, it's no fun for anybody. And I hope, although I've heard of some situations in the last few weeks where there have been agents dealing with multiple offers on several occasions, I hope, for my sake, for your sake, for everybody's sake, that we are not going back to the COVID days of multiple offers on every single property. So there's the look inside my head. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week.